I get money in my sleep, I could never be weak.
Let me ask you a question, boys.
Welcome to the show.
Once again, we back at it again, man. Hey. Situated. This is coming into play. What's goody with you though? You all right?
It's all good, bro. What's up with you? Everything good?
Man, we had a great show last night. I ain't gonna lie, I was watching it this morning. Today, that show was good. We getting better and better at this shit. That was like a classic show to me. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, no, it was good, bro. It was fun too. And we had some good topics. You know, giving credit where credit's due, and just keeping it real like we always do, and that's what we do here. So that's what we're gonna continue to do.
Definitely always have fun. Shit, that's a part of this.
That's the whole point. You know, to log in and have a little bit of fun. You know.
Indeed. Oh man, what's on the table? You were still tripping off the Somalia situation, man. That scam that them boys been deep in that shit, bro. It's like this is something that's been going on. My thing is, before we get into our main topics, we should blame the government or the state because they robbing the government, but they in the state of
it's the state, and to be honest, it's the Fed, like, because they're the ones that send the check out, and when they're sending like 20 checks to the same address, you know, like, and what the crazy thing is, like the newest thing is I forget the kid's name, but it's a podcaster, and he's out in Somalia. I mean, it's Somalia. he's out there, and he met up with this dude who's a local dude from Minnesota who's been pretty much documenting all this stuff for like the past 3 or 4 years. He owns his own business, and he's right in the center of the middle of Minneapolis, which is where they're at, which is where the big Somali community is. So he works right in the middle of it. So he like just started to see that there was just things going on or not happening. And he was like, what's going on with this? He started looking into it, and he just started uncovering lots and lots of fraud. And I mean, he was able to find it just as a regular everyday civilian who saw something with his eyes and then used Google and the internet to figure out, you know, the money trail. And it's blatantly obvious. And it's like, so if this guy can figure all that out, then the people that work in the state government.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at.
They blatantly know about it. And there's emails, and there's people, a lot of people from the state government are coming out saying, we've brought this to Tim Walz's attention. He's the governor. He was also running to be the vice president of the United States as well. But they've reported it to him, and he's basically told them to shut up about it. And it's been going on for years, and he very well knows about it. And every day, more and more information comes out. But the thing is, it's not just this one community, you know, it's not just Somalians that are doing it. It's people in general in all different, in every state, there's rampant fraud taking place. And it's all types of people, whether they're immigrants or they're natural born Americans. It doesn't matter. We need to figure this shit out because we all pay way too much money in taxes, and we get nothing for it as Americans, really. We don't get much for it. We don't. But we pay so much money. Damn near half of our money goes to taxes. And then they all have other different programs for all sorts of situations. Bottom line is they keep taking and taking and taking, but then they're giving it away. But they're not giving it away to people that are in need anymore. They're giving it away to people who are just ripping everybody off and using the money to buy luxury shit, live a nice, comfortable life, but they're on welfare.
And bragging about it on social media.
Dude, not only that, it gets even deeper. It's like they've literally proven that they're sending tons of money back to Somalia, and that money is winding up in the hands of known terrorist groups, and it's funding them.
That's where it's a problem. That's the real problem.
That's a very big problem when they're ripping off the taxpayers of America with all these social programs, and it's all bullshit, and they're just sending half that money or whatever amount that money to go back and fund terrorism in Somalia. And then just this recent terrorist plan that got busted, there was a guy who he's been taking flight lessons and all that, and his plan was to do another 9/11 style building crash in Atlanta, the largest building in Atlanta.
Oh my God.
Planning on
Are you serious? They caught his ass, huh?
They caught his ass. But he was planning to do that shit. They just busted him on the 27th. You know, that was just 2 days ago. So, but you don't hear about this shit on the news, bro. You're not like the news isn't reporting on this stuff. The fraud is not being reported on at all by any news agency of any kind. It's only YouTubers that are doing it, and it's one main kid who's really getting it done.
Well, you suck because you don't know his name, so you suck on that.
I
You know, like
a
lot of times to get grants in America, it's a lot of loopholes for like legitimate situations to get their grants. You feel me? So now because of these fucking asshole fraud bastards over there, I'm gonna curse in the first 5 minutes, whatever. They're gonna crack down on all the solid ones, and they're gonna come down on everything because basically it's a shame that this been happening. Like how much money was like they said like a ridiculous amount of money. And then we wonder and look at the deficit, which
so
is
far what they've been able to uncover. Roughly, so far, what they've been able to uncover is $9 billion with a B,
and that's only in Minnesota, right?
That's only in Minnesota, and that's just it's only recently been uncovered. There's been people who have been, on the ground that live there that are doing the work, figuring this shit out. They've been documenting it for a couple of years now. 3 or 4, but nobody big is covering it. But it's so blatant and so obvious that the government it's known. They know. I mean, the state government there knows, the people know, and it's blatant. And every time anybody says anything about it, you're a racist, and that shit, they shut people down with that shit, and it works. That's why nobody can really get anything out about it. But if you put enough pressure on them from YouTube and enough content creators are covering this, then they have no choice but to acknowledge it. So if the news,
they brought somebody to justice, didn't they?
Yeah, no, they have busted a couple people. Other arrests have come down recently, but this is going to be big. Like when they get it, and I mean, getting the fraudsters, the people who are doing it, that's one thing, of course, but what's the most important part is to get the government officials that ignored it or were just too stupid to catch it. But they ignored it. However you prove that is probably not going to be easy or possible. But either way, as long as they can just get them for being complicit or for just fucking up, either way, and these people wind up in jail. You wind up with Tim Walz going to jail. You wind up Ilhan Omar going to jail, possibly being deported. And then you get the people that are committing the fraud, get them deported, get them the hell out of here. Try to recover the money, or at least follow it to wherever it's going. And people have already come to terms with the fact that it's going to Al-Shabaab, which is a terrorist group that's based out of Somalia. It's a no joke situation. It's a really no joke situation, and the media is trying to ignore it. They're trying to pretend like it's not happening, but like I said, because of some really solid YouTubers and content creators out here, they're getting it done. They're covering it. They're talking about it. They're not letting it go. So that's what's going to happen, and they're going to be forced to look at it sooner or later, and legal action will be taken, and hopefully they get the people deported. But and more importantly, get the government officials that are complicit in this or just too dumb to catch it and pay attention to it, get them out of office and into a jail cell, into a yellow suit, an orange jumpsuit as soon as possible.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of people got issues with the AI and stuff, but I got my issues too. But at the same time, as we gather this information on these fraudsters and shit like that, in a minute, a lot of the stuff they're not going to be able to do because of AI, and they're going to be using that in law enforcement and everything else, and intelligence, all that, obviously. But you got my peoples in the hood, we see some stuff. We ain't hip to AI. You see some stuff, you get tricked, man. Boosie,
Look, right now, for the most part, I can usually catch and tell immediately when it's an AI video. Just because the videos are outrageous in the things that are happening in them, so that way you can tell. But as far as it looks, the shit's super on point, and it's going to get to the point where you can't tell, and it's going to be very, very soon, very, very soon. And
but you're saying like a video. I'm speaking on just like a fake
knowledge and intelligence.
Yeah, because look, Boosie got caught up with Elon Musk, I guess, tweet, a fake Elon Musk tweet, You know what I mean? Because you know he been suffering diabetes for a long time. Everybody know that. Just saw this Boosie's tweet. Just saw this video where Elon Musk saying something about curing diabetes in 17 hours. Elon, please. He said, Elon, please get someone to contact my assistant. And he put up her assistant name so we can get more information on this. I really want to get this sickness out my body. You feel me? So he really believes that. He really believed that. So the vulnerability is crazy. So imagine the scamming aspect of the game out there. Like, it's so crazy that the stuff that could be done. Like, so I was just speaking on like, yeah, the, AI is going to be capturing all this intelligence as we find out shit. But at the same time, on the other hand, look at what's going on. You got people falling for shit like that. That's just the tip of the iceberg. You feel me?
It really is. Yeah, it's crazy. You know, it's something that's not going to go away, though. Obviously, it's been in the works for a long, long time, and it's everywhere now. It's a great tool. You know, AI is a great tool for computing and for figuring out things that we couldn't do or would just take us forever. It's going to lead to amazing innovation, obviously, but there's also downsides to it. You know, one of them could be like the whole Terminator situation. You know, can't even get into that discussion.
Hey,
just like videos.
I always thought about that because all these movies they come from somewhere. Every smart person, a lot of smart people, or whatever that's in that field of intelligence and things like that, they knew in the beginning of this AI shit, they knew where it could go and they knew it could get out of hand. I think it is a point where I'm not scared of that conversation, but I ain't gonna get into it. But I'm just saying, like,
it's not, you know, it's potentially very, very, very dangerous. And the thing is when you're dealing with AI, like every state, but I mean, like every country's government, obviously military, technology branches of what government and militaries we're talking about out there, everybody's making their own version of AI. They're all making AI, so they're all going to be using it, obviously. Now the problem with AI is that it could wind up, you know, on its own, trying to do stuff and trying to, you know, eliminate us. Who knows? That's a whole different conversation. But the issue with AI is that even if a country, let's say America, didn't want to go down that route, we really don't have a choice because everybody else is. So in order to just stay protected and stay in the game at a basic level, you have to develop AI. So of course, America is going to go deep and go really hard with it. We're going to develop what's probably going to be the best one. But you have to understand is AI, while it's self-learning and it's an intelligence, it is programmed originally. And the way it's programmed and set up has very much to do with, well, how the AI is going to function and the way it's going to, basically its personality is going to heavily be based off of whoever created it and what they had in mind when they were creating it. So when you have somebody like North Korea creating AI, their concept and their attitude in their AI is going to be very different than, say, one made by America or by the UK. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be
maybe culturally, but artificial intelligence is going to gather the intelligence.
No, but I'm saying for what point? Like, whereas, like, say in America, obviously would have a military one, but they'll make it one that's also good for just regular day, every American to use it for regular everyday life. But then when you have someone like North Korea, they don't have a regular everyday life, and they're not going to be creating it for the people. It's going to be solely for the military and government use. And whatever it's programmed, the way it's set up originally, before it goes on and learns, becomes what it's going to be on its own. What its base setup is going to be the same ideology that North Korea has as a government standpoint, which is fucking fuck the West. We're guns up and ready to rock whenever. It's going to be a very violent type of mindset. I believe that their AI is going to be it's going to be based off of their ideology. Same thing in the Middle East. You know, you're going to have certain countries in the Middle East that are progressive and trying to get with the times and do their thing, like Dubai and these things, or Saudi Arabia, but it always comes back to, like, there is a different ideology over there. You know, so you're going to have AI that's also mixed with Sharia law. That's a whole different aspect. You know what I mean? It's going to take their game to a big difference, but it's inherently bad for us to do that, obviously. So we have to develop ours, and it has to be ready to handle that type of shit. So it's going to get real crazy out here real quick, and it's already happening, obviously. But
you brought up the Terminator situation. What country do you think is the most irresponsible to get caught up in that type of situation? Let's just guess.
Probably America, because we have the biggest infrastructure. We have the biggest military. So if our AI isn't perfect, then it can get out of hand potentially. And America doesn't do anything perfect these days. And I hate to say it, but our government.
You're a patriotic guy. You're not.
I'm nervous about it because it's gonna, check it out. The potential for AI to do good things is off the charts, but then obviously the potential for it to do bad things is also off the charts. Now they're gonna put all sorts of fail safes and things in there, but you're dealing with an intelligence, like a super intelligence. If it decides it wants to do something for whatever reason, then it's going to be something that's detrimental to humans, potentially life-ending. But if it wants to do that, it's going to try to do it, and then we're in real time going to have to stop it, because once it's on its own and ready to rock and released, basically, it's doing its own thing and it's learning and it's becoming an individual, not a person, but a super intelligence that's based in computers, and it's potentially very scary. But I think that America obviously would try to go into it with a good mind, obviously, to protect America, but also to fucking help the world, but to defend us and the world as well, our allies and all that. But for it to be a potentially dangerous thing, we have a huge military. Obviously, we're the biggest one that's ever been formed in the world. A lot of assets, a lot of ways to make fucking a lot of war happen. And if you have this intelligence now that comes up with some sort of funky attitude for some reason, we could potentially do the worst damage. Other than that, the usual suspects are just going to make ones that I think would be sketchy or inherently bad for the West, which is going to be North Korea, Russia, Iran. These are going to be big problems. But then you're also going to have like cartels that are probably going to be developing. They're probably developing their own AI too. They got tons of money. They can afford any fucking programmer in the world. So they're going to be making their own shit too. It's going to, man, our AI, America's AI is going to have to be, to be the best.
My bad to cut you off. Sorry. I just got to do this real quick. Be right. Be rad hitting them points, man. This is that shit, man. This is what we do. Real powder. I got Mace Loke on the line. So Mace, I asked you about, I'm sorry, this is on a whole nother topic. We're going to come back to this. But I asked you about a Spider Loke and that situation. I just want to ask one question, generalizing, as far as this gangbanging stuff on them YouTube streets. Do you think it's cool to, is there ever a point where we could, like in Chicago, they diss the dead, that's all good type of stuff. But out in the West Coast, do you think that's a thing now and whatever with the podcast and just period? Do you rocking with that or what?
It's always been out here on the West Coast. Niggas have no respect for other niggas' dead homies. Niggas say fuck your dead homies to disrespect you and all type of shit. That shit has always been out here. You feel me? That shit ain't new. Motherfuckers, I guess it's starting to go around now because that shit is common out here though. Like, we've been doing that shit. Like, pissing on niggas dead, gravestones and shit. Niggas going to niggas' grave sites, pissing on their grave and all type of shit. Feel me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Niggas do that type of shit out here. I ain't never did no shit like that. You feel me? Because I believe that shit bad luck. But,
yeah.
I know some people that ain't out there to do that type of shit. Feel me?
Yeah, I hear you. Monster Cody, he was a legend. He wrote books, and a lot of the people in the East Coast accredit them getting into that lifestyle because they read that book, Monster Cody. And I told you, Spider Loke had a lot to say. He said he was wearing dresses and doing this and that weird stuff, and it caused a little uproar within your community type stuff. So I just wanted to get your words on it so I could put it on your channel. But yeah, so you say, hey, it's fair game because I guess I'm a little like because I know Monster Cody. I watched all his interviews and I read his book and all that type of stuff, and he was a powerful, influential motherfucker. But hey, it is what it is, I guess.
On the real, it's fair game out here. You feel me?
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Ain't nobody off limits. It's all fair game. Dead people and all. Mamas, daughters. Hey, when it's when you in that gang life, you feel me? So I mean, shit, motherfuckers just they go all the way out with it. You feel me?
But the gang life and internet, I guess, is the same thing because they all gang members. So I guess because your channel already up and you gonna be on that too. So
what up, Maze Low?
B Rad said, "What up?"
Yeah, tell me, Rab, I said, what's saying?
He hear you. So give the people a message because we live and shit. And then me and B Rad, we got some other topics to get into, but go ahead.
Oh yeah. That's all I gotta say, you can be your own man. You ain't gotta follow what everybody else is doing. So if you feel that shit about the dead homies ain't cool, then don't do it. You feel me? But motherfuckers got their own opinion and their own set of rules. And that motherfuckers wanna follow and shit. So just follow your own lead, follow your own path. Don't follow behind somebody else. You feel me? So
bars right.
I hear you, Mace. Hey, I'm sorry. I feel like because it was a lot of OG Bloods and Crips that came out and spoke up for Monster Cody because of the impact he had on the community, and they spoke up as a good homie of his. Somebody from Bounty Hunter Blood. He said, "That's my homie. He's the real one." This and that, and then like the ending of your life can't just, you know what I mean? If you do whatever, I don't know if it's true or not, but out of all that staying down all them years, and then he did one thing allegedly, and now you feel me. But that's all. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. I mean, that's yeah, that's a shame that niggas feel like that about that nigga because he was a trailblazer, for this gangbanging life. Feel me? So, I ain't got no hatred towards the nigga. So,
I mean, it is what it is. Like you gotta respect the real one. Always respect the real one.
They be hard.
I hear you. And I know this is a complicated situation because you're from the neighborhood car, and that's an enemy.
They hate each other.
Mm-hmm. I hear you, homie. Hey, your homie So Fine. We did the video. That was old. That was right when you was going through the shit with Wack when he did the reaction. So that wasn't like I thought it was new because somebody reposted it and shit, but that was old and shit. He was getting that Wack. You know what I mean? But it's hey, I'll just say, we already know. I feel like he an informant, he a CS2 back, and that's what it is. I ain't gonna get you involved in it no more. I'm just ask you questions about all the, when the gangbangers got some shit going on the YouTube streets. I'm gonna bring it up to you and see what you feel about it, type shit. I know you say you team Spider Lope because it's neighborhood shit, but
Yeah, it's our man on the inside. He's gonna give us the, whatever information that's cool.
Shit, on the track. That's what's up.
I can't believe you ain't get that package yet, nigga. What the fuck? Walking horse.
Nah, not yet. They said Monday they supposed to be doing more packages, so hopefully it's here Monday.
Yeah, you should definitely have that Monday for sure. Got everything you need in that motherfucker. You already know. I know what it is. Mace Low.
West Coast Creoles, what's happening?
You got a couple big videos on here. I'm gonna just review them and then I'm gonna tell you what we was talking about and shit like that. And then your channel, I gotta build it up. It got 60 subscribers now, and it got all the old podcasts when we first started. So y'all go follow that Mace Lope, the first one, and then y'all gonna see it progress and shit. I just changed the picture up on it and shit. Feel me? So it's all set up for you.
No, I'm not going in. I'm just standing at the door. Somebody trying to give me something real quick. Some soup.
What the hell is that, B-Rad?
I'm just gonna stand at the door. I ain't gonna go in.
It look like a Jello shot. What the fuck is that? He got a Jello shot. You muted, fool.
Not bad. Yeah, no, it's tiramisu.
Oh, okay.
It's an individual thing. They're fucking dope.
Yeah, y'all heard what Mace said. Should be yourself out in this motherfucker. Be yourself in these streets.
Yeah, and that's from a dude who knows. You know what I mean? Like Mace Lope has learned lessons the rough, the hard way. You know what I mean? So shout out to him. He's doing his thing. He's a grown man. He stood on business. Now he's handling it. Now he's doing what he's got to do to get through that. And then when he comes home, it's going to be a whole different story with his YouTube situation. So let's get it rolling with him while we can. That way he has something to come home to.
Hell yeah. We're gonna try our best shit.
For sure.
What's up with this $50 million lawsuit? You know anything about this with the Tyson and that fight, the Jake Paul fight? What the fuck was going on with that? Because now he lost his whole weed dispensary, all that shit. I'm like, what?
Well, I haven't really been following anything with that, but I would imagine that it's going to be based on allegations that the fight was like fixed or like, preset, because there's that one clip that I've seen a million times. I'm sure everybody's seen it, is when Tyson was like about to throw a punch and unload on Jake Paul. Jake Paul was in no position to defend it. He was about to eat a fucking hook from Tyson, and Tyson held off and stopped and didn't throw the punch. And like, that would have been lights out, game over. And people had money on this fight. You know what I mean? And like, people lost money because they bet on Tyson, and that made it look as if that they had a thing set so that he wouldn't dust his ass like he could have. So that's probably what it is.
I don't know if this is what I want to see, but let me see.
Suit. Cannabis partners accused of piggy bank fraud. Boxing legend Mike Tyson and WWE Hall of Famer Ric Flair have officially declared war on their former business partners. In a massive 76-page federal lawsuit filed in Illinois, the duo, along with their parent company Karma, alleges a sophisticated criminal conspiracy designed to drain their cannabis empire of tens of millions of dollars. The core allegations: the lawsuit targets former executives Chad Bronstein, president, Adam Wilkes, CEO, and Nicole Cosby, chief legal officer, accusing them of treating the company as a personal piggy bank. Key claims include lavish embezzlement. Over $1 million in company funds was allegedly spent on Bronstein's personal yacht, home renovations, and private jet travel, as well as Wilkes' personal mortgage payments. Kickback schemes. The suit claims Wilkes took concealed payments from a vape manufacturer in exchange for allowing them to use Tyson and Flair's intellectual property without authorization. RICO conspiracy.
And being in the weed business too,
just wire fraud, money laundering.
What'd you say?
And it's the weed business, so the potential for shady.
Yeah, he's like, fuck this weed. Let me get everything I can get off the top.
Yep.
That
mobster mentality off top, you already know.
Extortion intended to enrich the defendants by more than $50 million. The defense fires back. Attorneys for the defendants have dismissed the filing as fiction, characterizing it as an attempt to grab headlines and intimidate their clients. The allegations are as credible as the people they come from, stated Terry Campbell, attorney for Adam Wilkes.
That was mean.
This is nothing more than an attempt to spit out an earful of salacious headlines. Wrestling ties and future fallout. The timing is particularly notable as Chad Bronstein is currently a top executive at Real American Freestyle, the wrestling promotion launched alongside Hulk Hogan, with Hogan's brand also recently tied to legal disputes regarding Real American Beer. The outcome of this case could send shockwaves through the intersection of celebrity branding and the cannabis industry.
Okay. But there was something more to that, some new developments to that.
Yeah, that's nothing like I was describing. So
yeah, you said something about the fight was fixed and
that's that. I mean, I think there was some like talks of that initially. Whether or not that ever became an issue, I don't know. But there is that one clip of where he pulled that punch. Tyson definitely pulled a punch, and that started a conversation of the fight's rigged. So then any betting and gambling on it is fucked because you're betting on something that's rigged. That sucks. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, that definitely but I don't know if that's the case. Tyson's old as hell, bro. He's not. Come on now, he's not.
No, like if you just search like Tyson holds back punch on Jake Paul.
Oh, I could find all kinds of course. There's YouTubers with propaganda to spin their narrative all day.
No,
I could find the thing. I could type in anything and find what I want on that.
No, but if you look, you can just Google it and find the clip itself and just see him wide open, go to throw the punch, and then he just doesn't. Like you can see it. You can see it. It's blatant.
Okay, but and Tyson, that whole fight depended on that one punch is what everybody's saying.
If Mike Tyson pulls, I mean, who knows? But he would have fucking unloaded on him. He had him dead to rights, unprotected, and would have hit him with that classic fucking left hook. It would not have been a fucking pretty sight. I'm telling you that.
Yeah, you're right. Because this is Tyson. But this ain't the old Tyson though. You feel me?
But I'm saying he's gonna get that. But then when he gets that, he's got the fucking right that comes in and just levels people with that. Like, so if that hook doesn't knock Paul out completely, the right is gonna fucking take him off his feet for sure. If you see the video, you'll see he like flinches and just doesn't throw the punch, and he had him dead to rights. Like I'm telling you, he had no protection on this. He was done for. He didn't throw the punch. I'm not saying it's a fixed fight, but Tyson didn't throw that punch when he absolutely could have. He held back, which is something Mike Tyson wouldn't do in a regular fight. Whether he was told not to do it, not to hit him and KO him, or he just didn't, that doesn't matter either way. You can just see he held back a punch. So that's gonna cause chaos for anybody who's got money on a fight,
Yeah. That was the $50 million lawsuit, but dude was in bed with them with the whole weed dispensary business. So that's fucked that up.
Tyson has a great fucking business. He's got a great cannabis business.
They said I don't know if it's still,
Yeah, no, that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing. But just the fight in general. But I mean, look, I'm not saying it was definitely rigged. I'm not saying that at all. Like, it's possible that Tyson didn't want to fucking hurt him. Like, thought was like, wow, I could fucking kill this kid right now, and was like, fuck it, no, because he's not the same dude, you know what I mean? But he's still a fucking unbelievable boxer. He has,
but I don't think I disagree with you on that. I don't think he had the capability to kill him like you're saying, like he's the young fresh Tyson.
No, of course not. But this is what I'm saying about Mike Tyson is, one, he's still got crazy power because we saw the videos, you know what I mean? His stamina obviously is very different. He can't go through a long, crazy fight throwing the craziest fucking fight of his life. That's not going to happen, but he's still Mike Tyson, right? So his mechanics are perfect. Nobody throws a better punch than a pro fighter. I don't care how fucking many years they're retired. The pro fighter is always going to be able to throw that fucking punch, right? The amount of power behind it is still going to be great. It's not going to be what it always was, but when you have perfect mechanics and you can throw a fucking bomb, I mean, it doesn't matter how old you are. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying he can go 12 rounds throwing crazy punches all day long, but, round 4 or 5 and he gets a wide open shot, he's going to have gas in the tank.
For sure.
A shot from Mike Tyson, oh my God. That's
a problem for sure. No matter what, regardless,
not going to
be. You never know you don't know what's the outcome of it.
And look, Jake Paul's a real fighter. I don't trip on this kid. Like, I don't call him just a YouTuber. He's not, you know what I mean? Like, he was a wrestler throughout high school and very good. Him and his brother, very good. He's a very athletic kid. He's in great shape. And then he got into boxing which was always a thing of his. He always liked it and shit, but then he got into it, and the kid trains hard. He can fight. He's not. I don't look at this kid like a clown. I'm not saying
they just bust, even though his jaws is to the point where he can't fight no more. But that's another.
He got blasted the other night. Obviously, he lost that fight. I didn't watch it. I didn't even watch the clips of it. I just saw that he just wasn't doing well. He got hit real bad. But again, I wouldn't put him as like a top contender in professional boxing. But he's absolutely a fighter and would be a professional and would be good at that. The kid's got heavy hands. He can throw a fucking hand. He's old, obviously, for boxing. He should have, in a perfect world, he would have got into boxing and been professional at 18, 19 years old coming up. Whole different story. He's an older guy now. But for a guy who was a YouTuber, right, and then came into boxing,
yeah,
and he's in these weird fights that he sets up with random ass people and people that aren't real boxers. And then he gets into the ring with Tyson, and that was a whole thing. But whatever. I mean, still, so he's not a top fucking contender, but he's still a fucking boxer for sure. And
I respect his hustle. He's a fucking hustler for sure too.
He's a hustler for sure. He's a grinder, and not in a hustler in a negative connotation.
No.
And he's got the concept behind it is great with the way he talks shit and all that. And it is all an act, you know what I mean? But like, it's not all an act, obviously. But that's what he does to promote his fights and to make.
I mean, it's entertainment.
He knows how to promote and sell a fight. You got to give him credit on that. The kid's great. He's kicking ass. People talk shit, but like, what the fuck are they doing?
Kicking ass in life. He's rich.
They're talking shit from their couch. They're talking shit from their couch, and this guy's got millions and millions and millions of views for tens of years, and now he's got a boxing career, and he sets up these awesome fights. And everybody
done, he does have a Don King. He could be Don King, probably the next Don King or some shit like that. I don't think he could get in the ring no more. They bust his jaw is so. He should have fucked up to where if he take another hit, it's like, what the hell? You gonna keep doing these?
Now he can just do so. Like, look. He came into it fucking, if that's the case, right? Let's say that glass jaw has been shattered.
That's the case. Trust me.
I'm just saying, but like, let's just say, so he stops fighting like big name fights and all that. He can still do, demo fights, which are basically what he's been doing. But I think he's gone technically professional. I don't know.
Honestly, I think he can't do that either. I think he needs to go. I think and doing it and presenting and promoting, he'll be big in that. He'll be promoting.
I'm saying he can get in a ring and go 7 rounds with another pro fighter who's retired, where they have rules.
Tap his jaw the wrong way and then he back in surgery. What the fuck?
No knockouts, no certain things, whatever. Make it safer. Wear headgear.
Who cares about that? Nobody wants to see that, so why would he do that? We want to see the real shit.
But that happens. Look, and the bottom line is safety. So if he can't take a hit now, I don't know, like just based off this last fight.
Yeah, you say he's a boxer. Everybody ain't a boxer.
Whatever. I mean, then it's time for him to stop doing that. But I think then at that I would give him an A+ on his fucking career as a boxer.
For sure.
He killed it. He killed it. It's sad because he loves it. He really loves it. Like,
I fuck with him a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with him for what he did and how he moving. For sure.
I'm not a fan of everything he does and how he does it, but I like the guy and I think he does some cool shit. I think he's I think he's just about it, and
he's a part of. He got his way in the culture of the times. He's one of the guys. He made it from the YouTube street.
Like, it's cool because he is a real fucking boxer, whether or not he's
my god, you keep saying that shit.
No, but it's impressive, bro, for a guy who comes
no other boxer no other real boxer got their jaw get up like that.
No, but I'm saying like he trained his ass off. I'm not saying he's on the level of real boxers and professional boxers, like the top guys. But I'm saying like he could have.
He's a real boxer. You can't say that. You insulting the game.
It's cool though. Like, he went from being a YouTuber at like late 20s, 30s, and then just jumps in the ring.
That's a real fucking balls, bro. He did what he wanted to do. He said, "I want to do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. I want to do that." He did. Well, that's G shit. That's gangster shit. That's why a lot of people respect Trump, and that's why part of me I respect Trump for that though. You feel me? Even though sometimes the way, you know what I mean. But we ain't gonna get into that. But you know,
because they do their thing.
Jake Paul did what he wanted to do when he's a fucking rock star or renegade. He doing his thing. You feel me? Just like, you know, other people, 50 Cent, for instance. No,
most of
that
us
was a bad segue.
Want to do something. Most of us want to do something and want to be something in life, and we just want it. We don't attempt in any way usually, or if we do, it's half measures, and it's never really. It's always a dream, you know what I mean? It's a cool dream, and it's something we think of often, and it's great, and it's our escape mentally here and there, but nobody goes for it really. But then there are a select few people out there who do go for it, and then there's other ones yet still that go for it and hit, you know what I mean? And it's awesome. And even if you don't like the person, you don't really care for them, you don't dislike them, but you don't really care, you still got to respect it, you know? And even if you don't like the guy, you still got to respect the hustle and the grind. You know,
you have to, or else you're a fool.
Pretty awesome thing to accomplish what he's done, and it impresses me, and I like it. So
indeed. That the YouTube streets is a whole nother era. Back before the YouTube streets, it was the streets and dudes coming up hustling, and then you respect them because like that's what hip hop is built off of, because it come out of nothing, and the people love that and they respected that. That's where all music come from, if you think about it. But people don't think that
it didn't have to be drugs. Drugs were just a prevalent thing and are a prevalent thing, but it didn't have to be, because people are hustlers in all sorts of different ways. You know what I mean? Fucking scalping tickets if you live near the Garden type shit. You know, fucking selling tapes and CDs out the trunk of your car was always a big thing, and people have hit like that. Plenty of artists have that come up story and did really well, and that's a hustle, bro. And like that was a necessary part of the street, was being able to get tapes out of the trunk and tapes off the mixtape spot. Like, it wasn't legal necessarily, but it was a hustle and a necessary one. And loved it.
We had a fake debate about mixtapes. That's something that was all wrong. I ain't want to interject or whatever, but I ain't gonna get into that. But 50 Cent did make his way into the game off the mixtapes.
That's how I got into 50, was off the mixtapes. Like I wound up shortly after that getting his original albums, got into that, and then the way I had heard it was that he had gotten shot. I assumed he was dead for like the first couple of years I was listening to him. And then, and then I remember one day,
that's crazy.
It was crazy because I was listening to all of his old stuff. And then I guess it was newer stuff, but it was coming off of BearShare and LimeWire or the mixtape spots. So I didn't know when it was coming from, you know what I mean? Like, cause I had just found out about him and he already had a couple of years worth of music out at this point, but it was before Get Rich or Die Trying. Mm-hmm. So like, I'd say for like a good, 6 months to a year, I thought he was already dead, because I knew he got shot. But I didn't like Google it or anything like that, because this was like 2000, 2001, like
before he met Eminem, before all that. Running New York crazy out here.
Back when he dropped like Ghetto Quran, it was like Guess Who's Back?
Ghetto Quran.
How to Rob with Mad Rapper, like that kind of shit. I was listening to that off of downloads on BearShare, LimeWire, all that internet shit that we were downloading music off of. So I had no connotation as to when or anything. Everything that he had shouted out as far as years and situations I had already heard about. This was older stuff by a year or two. So, but then he dropped the freestyle and he opened it up. He's like, yeah, that's it. He's like, it's a freestyle. What do you want for free? He's like, fucking.
I remember
building last week. The fucking coke price went up $10,000 this fucking week. He's still alive.
That was hard.
Yeah, that was crazy. And I was like, he's still alive. That's fucking dope. And then I guess within 6 months or a year, he wound up fucking dropping Get Rich or Die Trying and the whole Eminem thing, which was awesome. Like, that was awesome. That was sick.
But the thing is, so he did have that mystique of getting clapped up, basically.
Yeah.
He did. So that helped, that helped. But at the same time, a lot of rappers in New York got shot up. And
but that was the thing after 50 came out. Like that,
he used it like fuel.
He was like he wasn't the only gangster rapper by far. There was tons of them.
No,
but but he went on such a big mainstream level and hit so big. But he kind of brought back gangster rap, you know what I mean? Like it was still going and still out there. Obviously, the people were.
I know what you're saying, and you're right. on that level, on that major scale, he did that. That Snoop Dogg level, he did that, and he from the East Coast. He brought it back to that on that Biggie Smalls level, that Snoop Dogg level. Yeah,
and
50 did that.
He was out of Queens. He was out of Queens, so like he has that working class mentality. You know what I mean? But it's not Brooklyn. You know, which is every rapper's from Brooklyn.
Yeah, you're right. He got that blue collar mentality.
He was an outlier. He was an enemy. He was an op before op was an op. You know what I mean? Like he was opping before op been ops, like type shit. But yeah, he came out on some real different shit than anybody had seen in a while. You know what I mean?
Every New Yorker felt his hunger too. Every New Yorker felt that too.
And to the average fucking rap listener who doesn't get that deep into it, they never even heard of this guy, and then all of a sudden he just drops this prolific album like out of nowhere. It seemed, even though he'd been in the game for a minute.
Well, the buzz been going before that album dropped. His buzz was at maximum peak. Oh, he's with Eminem. Oh, this. Oh, he
Dre did his shit. Like he got this feature, he got that feature, and then all of a sudden it's on fucking. You see the videos because MTV was still a thing, and all of a sudden this dude's hanging upside down with no shirt on. Fucking talking about in the club, popping bottles, like, and that's people are like,
Super Bowl
going on here. What is this?
Hey, but what's going on in the streets right now is that shit that we reviewed, which is it's on Bullite Clips. You know, where we reviewed the Squatters' Rights by Fabulous, Mano, Davies, and Jim Jones. I said all them other rappers, they didn't do their thing to my expectations, to my liking, except Fabulous. Fabulous put it out there. He said, fuck it, he went for it on some rapping shit, you know, as he should. Fuck it. This is Brooklyn, you're a rapper, let's do some rapping. Now 50 you know, put out a statement, basically he said, be careful. And the YouTubers ran with that, like, oh, 50 put out a dangerous statement for Fabulous. He said, be careful, be careful.
Fab is not worried about that.
And I don't think Fab has to worry about that from where he's, you know, how he get down. Like he's not involved in, you know what I mean? Only way you're gonna get him is through them bars. And so Fab is forcing him to have to go back to the rapping shit. Yeah, but and then
he wants to keep it on wax. That's how it's gonna be. Both of them are adults and have money and have things to lose. Obviously, they're not going to fucking go at each other in the streets like little kids. That's not going to happen. So basically, Fab did his thing, and now that's a call for 50 to come out and put it on wax and come back. And then that's, like I said, that's the alley-oop for 50 to come in, drop his thing, and then Fab come back, and then whoever else wants to jump up in the ring can jump up in the ring, make it like a WWE fucking Royal Rumble. Just whoever wants to get at it, let's get at it.
So you don't think Fab got to worry when 50 tell him shit like be careful?
No. It's all wax, man. That's it. Like what the hell? Like Fab's not out there doing suspect shit. You know, he's never been brought up in any weird allegations or anything like that. They're
gonna say, well, Fab did have a situation with one of his girls where it wasn't no crazy shit. It's actually on video and it's out there somewhere where he was yelling at his girl and got domestic bullshit, whatever. You feel me?
That's what I'm saying. He's not human. You know, you haven't been hearing weird shit about him since, you know, 2000s and shit when he was popping, you know, in the 90s when he was rocking. Like, you didn't hear nothing about him throughout, none of that. Like, I mean, he had a domestic with his girl. All right, that shit happens, I guess.
His dad, I guess, got in and they jumped with something like that. I remember the video.
Right. What I'm saying, he's not like a fucking known scumbag piece of shit with all sorts of weird fucking situations. So like he's got nothing really to hide, I would imagine. Whatever 50, I'm sure he'll come up with some shit that But bottom line, if 50, you know, makes a record off of it, instead of just going on Instagram talking shit, if he actually, you know, drops some music on it, this could be awesome. This could be really good. So, and 50's smart, so I'm sure he'll do both. I'm sure he'll be on TikTok and Instagram talking shit, but then he'll drop some bars. So we'll see. Maybe he'll put a couple other people on the track. Maybe Tony Yayo jump in or something. Who knows? We'll see.
Well, Fabulous actually got the YouTube streets on the uproar because all he said, he put out a tweet today and he just said, I'm back on my bullshit.
Hell
Why
yeah.
you think the streets is on the uproar for that? Why you think the YouTube streets going crazy off of that? Fabulous response to 50. Fabulous, fabulous.
No, because as far as rap music out here, like there's nothing going on. And on top of that, like when there is something going on, it's on some bullshit, some shit that's not about music and some shit that's just straight drama. And right now, it would be really nice to get some fucking seasoned fucking vets, the best that ever did it, come through and drop some fucking music, man. And
it'll be refreshing.
And yeah, man, and not some nonsense mumble trap bullshit. It's gonna be fucking bars, and it's gonna be solid. It's gonna be crafted positive. It's gonna be all about good rap music right now. And like we have a chance to get at least a couple good songs out of this, maybe more. So hopefully it goes down like that and doesn't.
So is this all we got though? We need to smoke the YouTube smoke to get some good music. We could
revive. I mean, that's the way, because look, these guys aren't hanging out in the club. They're not in the studios bumping into each other with their clicks. They're not 25 years old anymore. You know, they're older guys. But this is the way it's going to happen. Like somebody's going to drop an inflammatory verse on somebody else's beat, and then that person comes back, and we need that, and we haven't had that in a while. People have taken everything to the streets and made everything so damn literal, and it's fucking annoying. Like they're better fucking gangsters or bigger gangsters than they are rappers. You know what I mean? Like they do dumb shit in the street and then they get in the studio after it. Like it's bullshit. I'd rather just hear people who are just about the music and get it fucking done and keep it coming and not fucking worry about, oh, he dropped an album, but he's got fucking 2 pages of the feds. So now
what's amazing.
Shout
out to YouTube. I love YouTube. YouTube is responsible for this crazy revolution. I watched this whole evolution from the West Coast to the East Coast to the everywhere worldwide. You know, the podcasting, people speaking their minds, disagreements go down, rap battles, explosion. You know,
it's turned the whole genre of rap and the whole culture behind it, and you know the whole like back and forth that's not on records that it leads to records. It turned all of that into a 3D thing that we can now see. You know, it's all around us. We can see it. We can be into it. We can be a part of it through comments and, you know, bringing shit up and like podcasting about it. But these guys are podding on it too. Like, so like, it's really like, it's gone from just rap music to like this whole big, like 3D world where you can run around in it now. We can immerse ourselves in it and be a part of it. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
It's crazy.
I wish that this shit had happened 25 years ago. So when the music that we came up on, that we would have had this whole world behind it, because it would have been, because the music was so fire and there was so much more to it. I would have instigated so much more awesome fucking music. But whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But so like we get a little bit of it now. They can come back and do a little bit here and there, and it'd be dope. Like maybe it could revive some older guys to come back in the studios a little bit more and be a little bit more prevalent, because in my opinion, like there's not anything much new that's coming out that's so fire, you know, like I don't really get that excited for any real new music, you know, and I'm getting bored of re-listening.
No, you're right. I can't really, but we're old. They got the kids to tap it and be like, what? They got
it's true. No, it's true. That's very true. That's very true. But I liked that style, and obviously it works and it's respected because people are still banging it. You know, you go in the club, like they're still playing that shit on the regular. It's getting regular spins. So it was a thing. Like it is a thing. It's respected as good music. So if we can get the same guys to come back and spit some new shit, like Fab's bars were fire, bro. That was old school Fab. That was an old school New York fucking heavy diss track. It was fire. It was refreshing. Like you said, it was a perfect word for it. It was refreshing. And hopefully we can get some more out of it behind it.
Yeah. Why do every time somebody mentions something about the wonderful LGBT2 or whatever, because 50 Cent is getting backlash about saying something about the transgender community. I don't know what backlash is. That's what I'm trying to look for, because they say backlash.
Backlash is just like if you say
I know,
something.
but I'm just saying these publications be making it lying, saying backlash when it's not bullshit. Really that. It's
like they'll say it's backlash, but it's just some fucking no-name fucking writer for some website wrote some dumb shit on some website that's probably irrelevant, and then it got picked up and retweeted by somebody else, and now it's pretended like it's a whole big thing when it's just some lone idiot voicing a stupid opinion.
Yeah,
Like,
what he said wasn't that bad. What he said was,
go ahead.
He said, men who date transgender women are gay.
Okay.
Do you disagree with that? I don't. I agree.
I agree. What do you mean? Like, look, you can fucking do whatever you want. It's still a guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's
still a guy. And if the guy's still got parts, then that's even more so. But it's still a guy regardless, bottom line. And on top of that, look, that's someone's opinion. It doesn't matter. Like, it's a person's opinion. Like, you're allowed to have an opinion. But the problem is these people, they don't accept anybody's opinion unless it's exactly what they want. And it's ridiculous. It's like they're acting the way they say that the other side is acting. Like, they jump on people and try to cancel people for just having a simple opinion. And they're the ones who turn it into a big ruckus because, like I said, if you don't believe exactly what they want, and each individual is different too. So you have to custom tailor your acceptance of their beliefs. And a lot of them are fucking wild things too, because like we were discussing the other day, when they're on all these hormone medications and you're a male taking estrogen or a female taking testosterone,
be careful,
fucks everything up in your body, bro. And your mind can't function right in a body that's all twisted out because it's not supposed to be like that. You know what I mean? So like these people on top of that are not going to be the most, stable-minded, grounded individuals. Obviously.
No, but my question to you is, how is it like always become a thing? They're so protected by, it seems like, powerful people, like in the media and everywhere else. There's some powerful people.
It's an easy way to get a lot of fucking votes. That's very simple. If you cater to a group of people that are 2% of the population, but if you ride with them, you're going to get that entire 2% of the population to vote for you. It's a large amount of votes. You know what I mean? And then you have people that aren't part of that group, but are sympathetic to it, which is mainly the entire left or most of them. Now you've catered to strange whims that other people can jump on bandwagons for, so they can fucking be a part of something, even though they're not part of it, but they can support it, so they can be a part of the big new thing that's going on. And it gets votes, bottom line, and it generates money. You know what I mean? It generates a lot of money that can be then used for all sorts of things to improve their odds at getting reelected. It can go into campaigns, and it can also go directly into their pockets. One way or another, these people wind up very rich. You have people like these Congress people that they make $180,000 a year as a congressman, but they're worth $30 million, and it's all happened in the last years.
Lobbyists, they're getting paid off.
One way or another, they're getting money, and it's coming from taxpayers. But yeah, it's all about votes and money and power, and that's it. Like the left takes on anybody. They take on anybody, and they champion anybody's weird causes. But their main big ones are the LGBT community and fucking anti-Trump shit, obviously, and immigration from third world countries of people that shouldn't come here who go directly on welfare, which they're not supposed to be, and legally speaking, there shouldn't be, but they are. They champion these causes. They champion all sorts of weird shit. Like,
yeah, but it was out of line. That he didn't say nothing wrong with that. He didn't say y'all bad or this and that. He didn't say what B Rad is saying, all that shit. He said he just said if you date a transgender woman, you're gay. And I agree with that. But I'm sorry, B Rad. Back to that other thing, because this is what they've been sued about. And this is what Mike Tyson, just before we got to swing back to this.
Yeah.
Pound for pound. It might have been what you were saying because it's a Netflix situation.
Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button right now for your boy. We're going to get to it like we always do. It's your host, F. Merritt. That's right. You knew it was coming. That's right. You knew it. Somebody is suing Netflix over the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson debacle that we had on Netflix just recently over the past weekend. I think a lot of people were happy for the event, but a lot of people, and I shall say it again, a lot of people were really pissed off that they really couldn't actually enjoy the event due to having to refresh the app on Netflix due to the
okay.
buffering,
Yeah,
due to the
original.
terrible quality that we had coming in because so many people were on the app at the same time. Listen, Netflix was not really prepared to that magnitude of people that were going to be tuning in. You know, it was a lot of people. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so that what it was about. Yeah, now I remember. My bad. So yeah, and then because of this lawsuit, it's seeming they said Tyson is saying his dispensary and that whole cannabis thing is over because of that. I'm like, how is that? Tyson is much money, but whatever. Who knows? But
that's crazy.
Okay. It was. I remember watching it and it was buffering. It was fucked up. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it was. I was watching at my house, and a couple of times it was buffering, like you said, but it wasn't bad. It only did it a couple of times for me, but I wasn't really like on the app. You know what I mean? I was streaming at my house. It's very different. If you're on your phone watching in a parking lot somewhere, it probably had a lot of problems with it,
Yeah, I was at the house too. Yeah, I was at the crib. It was doing that for everybody, I think.
Yeah, because like they said, there were so many people tuning in at the same time, and they're probably not really set up to be able to handle millions of viewers because they usually don't have millions of viewers watching the exact same content at the same time. So I'm sure they'll get that problem fixed. They got a lot of money. I
guarantee pay-per-view behind this shit. They're like, look, let's set up this. Pay-per-view providing the lawyers for this lawsuit.
I don't think the lawsuit. I don't think the lawsuit will come up with anything. It is what it is. Like it.
That fight was supposed to be on pay-per-view. That was new for Netflix. They the new big. That was a statement. That fight. That was a statement for Netflix. Like, yeah,
they dropped Stranger Things, and they did it in a certain way. So on Thanksgiving, they dropped 3 or 4 episodes. Then on Christmas, they dropped another 3, and then New Year's they dropped the last episode, which is gonna be like 2.5 hours or 2 hours and 8 minutes. So like a lot of people are gonna watch that. I saw
when
this
it comes to TV, they run shit, and it's messed up. I remember Blockbuster when they was going out of business, and my boy Dion from San Diego, my big brother, he was like, "I'm about to invest in this Netflix shit." He started, I think, you feel me, and we was like, "What? Please."
Yo, but
we
just covered it the other day. We just covered it the other day. They bought what did they buy? They bought some major entertainment company.
Disney, what was it? Warner Brothers. They bought some big shit.
They bought some crazy big company. I forget exactly which one it was, but we just covered it the other day. But on top of that, like this weekend they had football covering, so they're covering football games. So they're doing live sports. Obviously, we've seen
taking everything over.
Yeah, we've seen the boxing, so they're coming like the new pay-per-view, but you're already subscribed to it, and so far you haven't had to pay additional, so it's already covered.
Sense. Nah, they bring up the prices. They bring up the prices steadily, but they hit you bomb, $1 and that's a lot of money when you got that much subscribers. When you do that,
Netflix is a regular thing. I mean, everybody has Netflix, or they're using somebody else's shit. But everybody's got Netflix one way or another. You kind of have to have it. There's so much on it.
Yeah, but I don't like monopolizing shit because that means.
But they're not. It's just they make it so easy to use, and their content is, at least in the past, like recently, it's become a little touch and go. But in the past, like their content was dope. When they first started making their own stuff and became their own first studio. When we first started working for them, they were making ill stuff, and they still make good stuff for sure.
Yeah, they do. I work for Netflix. I'm just saying, if you fall out with them, then you got nothing. It's like that because the way it's
you have a lot. Like Hulu has a lot of content on it that's pretty awesome. Like I watch a couple shows on there. One of them specifically is like Letterkenny.
Letterkenny. You got Paramount. I like Paramount. Check out some shit.
So then you got Apple, right? You got Prime, Amazon Prime.
Okay.
You
got YouTube streets. No.
no. I watch majority of what I watch is YouTube. A lot of shows on YouTube too.
That's a fact.
So there's a lot of content out there. Netflix is just they've done it really well and they've made it very easy. And a lot of people rock with them because it's a very easy platform to get into, and they've been around for a while, and it's a really great service.
Yeah, you're right. let's move on. This last topic that I don't even want to talk about is so damn disturbing and ridiculous. It's like,
Let's get into it.
What'd you say?
let's get into that.
Let's get to that. I'll just play this first, and then I got some more content after that. But let me play this.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. This shit hit that like and subscribe button for brand new content. This your boy Goldmouth Shorty. Let me get straight down to business. Hey, I need y'all to go hit that post notification bell button so you always be in the loop every time I drop a dope video.
Shout out to
Today we're finna talk about the South Carolina DJ accused of trafficking and sexual crimes against black girls. You know what I mean? Many speculate that Jason.
Hold up, man. This ain't the clip that I wanted either. Hold on. Give me a second, man.
Who is this? Just some random dirtbag who's out there touching.
I'm back. It's about the same thing about who want to win tickets. Yeah, I'm giving away fair passes and also money man tickets.
California.
So I'm back. I'm trying to get right, you know. So I have fair passes to give away tonight. I also have VIP money man tickets. And I also have meet and greet for VIP Hood Rich Pablo Juan tickets that I'm giving away tonight. So I want to know who wants to be the luckiest person to win those tickets. Like, talk to me. I have them waiting, you know. And there's that guy in the back. It's been so long since I've been on live. A very long time. You got those passes? In Harlem. Look, she said that she wants the fair VIP ticket.
Who is this chick? What is she talking about? Like, well, Bush is obviously digging into the new video. Don't know what that was all about. Obviously, trying to give out tickets, trying to get a date. That's cool. But yeah, man. What are you trying to get into? That was some sketchy video you're putting on, some sketchy white dude touching girls. What's up with him? Who the hell is this guy?
I'm trying to.
But like, it doesn't. I mean, he's just some nameless fucking guy. But there's tons of these people every day, and like, it's crazy because they have the wildest charges, and then they don't get prison time, or they get like such a short amount of time, and then like somebody like the father of the girl beats the shit out of the dude, and he gets longer time in prison than the guy who like molested a young girl. You know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy.
This kid right here, DJ Kidd, he's a something special right here. This motherfucker.
DJ who transmitted HIV to minors has prison sentence suspended.
God, this guy deserved to die for this. That's ridiculous. Like, why would this kid? Why is this guy alive?
Pope was sentenced to 30 years in prison, suspended to 19 years in prison.
Disgusting.
Meaning after 19 years, he will be released on sex offender supervision for 5 years. If he does not comply with his sex offender supervision, he will be sentenced to another 10 years of prison. DJ Pope is accused of taking advantage of disadvantaged underage black girls by giving them money in exchange for sexual favors. As early as 2011, a 13-year-old accused DJ Pope of rape. Despite this accusation, the disgraced DJ was able to prey upon hundreds of young women and transmit HIV to some, if not all of them. It was reported that he slept with around 700 black women and underage girls combined up to the year 2019. DJ Pope has been jailed since 2019.
Yo, it costs us.
Although he pleaded guilty to 13 charges including sex trafficking, all charges involving minors, the irreversible damage to the black community in South Carolina has been done. For some reason he was not charged with the criminal intent of passing HIV. He should have been sentenced to life in prison. This story should have been way bigger than it is. He clearly
I'm gonna let a little more play.
took advantage of those who were easily manipulated minors, less fortunate, with little to no guidance. Now the victims must live with knowing that the person who took advantage of them in their youth and transmitted an incurable disease to them has a prison. Sex trafficking, the sexual exploitation of individuals.
There was another headline that said Cameron affiliate DJ Kidd, and they got a picture of him with Cam. You know, I ain't rocking with that type of shit because it's entertainment business.
Well, I mean, we've discussed that a million times. Like, if you're part of the industry, or even if you're just a fan and you get a picture with some artist, it doesn't mean they know about you. They don't even know your name. It's a picture.
Fact.
People turn it into some big deal. It's ridiculous.
Fact. I got many pictures with artists. The only one that I was vibing with was Mac Miller, rest in peace. And we were smoking and talking about deep shit. Other than that, all them pictures are just pictures with everybody.
Yeah. I have pictures of people that I've worked with over the years. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know me, but if something happened to me, all of a sudden they're going to get brought into this fucking scandal. Or if they do some weird shit, then it's weird that I have a picture with them. Like, no, we don't know these people. They don't know us. You get a picture with a celebrity. It is what it is. But
imagine this come back here, bro.
What bothers me is this disgusting animal. I mean, did you hear what he did to these girls? Like, he preyed on mentally disabled young women, young black women, for money. So he basically took super advantage of people that weren't able to make that choice in a regular fashion. But on top of that, knowingly was spreading AIDS to them on purpose. Like, this guy is the worst of the worst, disgusting animals. But my question is why is this guy even alive? Like, first off, they said like he should have gotten life in prison, but didn't. Agreed. This guy should never be on the streets again. But like, it costs us $53,000 a year to house an inmate. $53,000 a year. When you have a person that's like this, right? It's not a third strike, you're out on a robbery or some shit, a violent crime that didn't wind up in a death, but like, a bank robbery or some shit where you get 20 to life. It's not that. All right. This dude does not belong on the streets ever. He doesn't belong in a prison either. He's a fucking animal, and a disgusting animal of that. He needs to be put to sleep.
DJ charged in a human trafficking case once again.
My bad. I'm trying to see something.
Over $50,000 a year to house this guy when he should not even be around. And then they let him out on top of that. He didn't even get life. It's outrageous. It's outrageous.
Again on hold this evening. The South.
Oh, I should have let it.
Black girls with HIV/AIDS knowingly. I am not joking.
Miss Clinton, yeah, that makes sense.
His criminal rap sheet goes all the way back to December 1995. That's 26 years. His rap sheet is so long, I'm more than sure.
But see, black girls, oh, he's got a do-rag and tattoos, a white guy, oh.
Rapper.
A dream. Now, let me stop victim shaming. I'm sorry.
These are young, impressionable women, and this guy in a position of power. But I mean, even if he were just sleeping with these women, it's still a whole scumbag move. But having AIDS and then
that's a disgusting guy. Yeah, he's a foul one.
Targeting women with
going to need 3 parts.
But I'm sorry, I got to do it. I don't know if he was. You said the other thing they said he was targeting the people that was disabled and stuff. Well, that's crazy. My bad.
Yeah, he was paying them, so he was like conning them into like prostituting themselves. But these are mentally disabled women, so like you're not dealing with a normal person. They're not. You can't put that person in that position. They're not capable of making the right move. And then he's flashing money, and he's also a fucking quasi-famous D-list celebrity.
Yeah, come back with pictures with Cameron.
But then on top of that, having AIDS and giving it to them knowingly.
Yeah, dirty
that's used. I thought that was a death penalty law in some states, at least life, because you're knowingly killing somebody. You're killing them.
Charged with impersonating a officer, convicted, and given a 1-year sentence that was suspended and 2 years of probation. In February of 1996, he was charged with the prostitution of a minor and given a 30-month sentence that was suspended. August of 1997, he was charged with assault and battery, convicted, and only received a fine.
So
In
he didn't
January of
slap on the wrist.
1998, he was arrested for trespassing and resisting arrest, resulting in another fine. April of 1988, he was convicted of disorderly conduct, received another fine. March 1999, charged with forgery and larceny, no conviction. December of 2000, charged with forgery, finally sentenced to
He's
just
a
90 days
finesser.
in
It ain't
jail.
just because I was
December
like,
of
maybe
2001, he went on to be charged.
I'm like, okay, he liked black girls, and maybe he didn't. Nah, but this is they obviously proven that he's intentionally out there.
He's a predatory scumbag. He's a predatory scumbag. He plans this shit out. He knowingly does it. It's not like he messed up. It was one girl that was underage and he didn't know. Now he's out there purposely looking for girls to take advantage of one way or another. He has no qualms with going after girls who are disabled. If anything, he even goes after them harder because they're an easier target to take down or to abuse in any way that he wants. And then the whole HIV thing is out fucking outrageous.
What's the psyche with that though? You hate yourself and you want everybody like the misery love company type of shit. We shouldn't try to understand it obviously because he's a fucking demon. But
this kid's gonna he should be a case study for sure. I'm sure he is. You know what I mean? But like, who knows? I mean, there's a lot of obvious things that you could surmise or why he does it or what his thing is it's probably a power thing. It's probably I have this and my life's over, so I hate the world and I'm going to spread it to as many people as I can because it ruined my life.
Probably get off to that, the sicko. Who knows?
It could be a power thing, knowing that he's doing this, or it could just be a spoiled brat complex where he's just like, I have it and now you do too. Like if I'm going to suffer, then everybody's going to suffer. Could be that type of mentality. He could just not care at all. It might not be a thing to him. He just might not care, and it doesn't bother him to do it to other people. So like sociopathic type shit. He's just a grade A scumbag. It doesn't matter what his logic is. I mean, yeah, we should figure it out, but like, what does that do? I don't
want to figure it out. I don't give a fuck. You guys don't really. I want him eliminated. So wait, you said he's out now? Is that what they said?
I don't know if I don't know if he's out now, but I think in fact he is serving a charge, but he's going to be getting out shortly or something like that. But bottom line is this guy's been a scumbag his whole life, and he's just only recently, he's been at it since the 80s. He's only recently, since like the late 90s, 99 and 2000s, when he actually started to do time. But he's had all sorts of crazy charges that he never got any time for a long time prior to that. And now I think he's still in jail, but coming out soon. And then his conditions are like, if he does anything or violates, he gets 10 years off rip, but who knows, man. But the fact that this guy's going to walk the streets is outrageous. It's outrageous. And the judges and whoever is responsible for allowing this to happen should be fucking ashamed of themselves and disbarred.
It's somewhere down south. He might have a judge uncle or something.
Forgery again, and given a suspended sentence of 5 years and 2 years of probation again. Again, March of 2002, obtaining signatures under false pretense, no conviction. October of 2002, opened a retail business without a license.
If I had
a sentence of 30
days. Those charges,
May of 2003,
if you get caught speeding, get screwed. You know what I mean? Like if we do anything, and this guy's doing the craziest of things and getting nothing for it. Like,
it's getting celebrity treatment. Look at how he dressed. Notice how every picture of his attire and how he move is like I'm a DJ Kidd, which I've never fucking heard of. I don't know if you have, but
fucking DJ. It's bullshit. Presses buttons.
And the white privilege picked.
He probably can't fucking mix. He probably can't scratch.
Shows up at his iPod and puts it on, like fucking play music.
Back up May of
Shout out to her
2006
work for the channel
and did malicious injury to personal property, but
research for
didn't
sure.
get sentenced for either. October of 2006, charged with the illegal distribution of a recording.
Oh, he's wearing an Atlanta hat. That means that the Braves know everything he does and like they're complicit in his actions now. Like that's like the ridiculous shit they're doing. You know what I mean? Like
I know.
It's like,
fuck him. He's on his own. He's a freak boy. He's on his own. But that YouTuber, I didn't use his content because he put up the picture of him with Cameron. He said, Cameron associate.
That's bullshit.
Got caught for doing da 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 da. I ain't with that. That's not that was for clicks, and that wasn't cool. I don't like that.
A whole album with Cam back in like '98 or like 2001.
I mean, shit. It's music. Even if he did that, I see what you're saying.
But it doesn't mean we know anything about his weird ass. You know what I mean? He just did an album with the guy. They get put together, they do an album in a week or a couple of days, or they mail it in and they never even meet each other. You know what I mean? But in this case, the guy met him and has a picture with him. So what? Like, he's probably got a picture with a lot of people. He was in the industry. That's how it works.
Look at his eyes. He looked like he know he's doing wrong. He looked like he just like,
he's
a creep. Do it. Yeah.
He's a creep.
Yeah.
January 2007, once again, operating a retail business without a license. May of 2007, charged again with illegal distribution of a recording and just given a 2-year sentence of probation. November of 2011, convicted of unlawful use of a phone. No jail time. December 2011, he gave a 13 and 16-year-old girl AIDS on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, so wait, he was in jail already by this time, I think. Am I lost? Hold on.
Yeah, but he could have been using a smartphone to scam people somehow.
Oh, okay.
Very broad. Could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
No charges were filed. He did not serve any time, even though the police were called. Follow for part 2. I kept seeing this comment, so I decided to do a little extra digging, and I found his Instagram. Here are some letters that he sent from jail stating that what he did wasn't a big deal because he paid to sexually assault these children. So he should not be in jail.
He sucks. So he's not even sorry.
Megan Thee Stallion? That looked like Megan.
But he's not even sorry about what he did. He's rationalizing it, saying, "No, it's cool. I paid for it."
Rationalize. Look, he was Megan Thee Stallion. Look. If your girl see this, average girl see these pictures, all this shit, and the way he, try to carry himself like he a DJ, the way he dresses and stuff. Yeah, she gonna believe the bullshit he's saying. She gonna think he gonna be the next DJ Khaled. She gonna be like, you could be bigger than DJ Khaled.
Why not? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's walking the walk, so chicks think he's legit, and he's just a whole predator, using his little bit of celebrity and his little bit of vicinity. He's in the vicinity of celebrities, and he just uses that to the maximum ability to get girls and just manipulate young girls, and then pay them and give them a life-changing and life-ending disease unknowingly.
That's incredible.
He gave it.
No shit, bro. It really is. I love YouTube, like I said, but it's because of stuff like this. Because these type of scumbags, their psyche is they will try to sneak back in the game when they get out or whatever. Regardless, you will always try to get what they, So you gotta be aware. It gotta be awareness, So
all they gotta do is try to jump back in the game in the slightest bit. And again, just be in the vicinity, not even be a part of the game, but be in the vicinity, and then have these pictures like this to back it up on your Instagram and stuff. And he can wind up fooling a whole new crop of young girls who don't know any better, at least for a little while, till like the culture gets hip to what he's doing and comes out again. But he can keep perpetrating these same actions, which I'm sure he will, because he's been doing it and he continues to do it. And he
I'm surprised, yo. But I guess that's back in the day, same reason why we hearing the new shit about Diddy and all this stuff from the 90s. It was a different era, I guess, and that's why people like him got away with, because of that, the whole lifestyle, I guess. The hip-hop lifestyle was not right. It's getting right now, though. We watch it now. It's changing, evolving, but back then it was like, oh.
And it's crazy that, like, this kid is dirty, right? So he's dirty. He's out here burning people. Like, he's choosing not to use protection. Obviously, doesn't tell the girls anything, which he should. And if they choose at that point, then that's their problem. But then he's choosing specifically not to use protection and not tell them what they're getting into. Like, it's still a scumbag move if he's out there not telling girls and using protection. That's still dangerous game and a scumbag move. But to not tell them and then on top of that, knowingly not use protection, that's so crazy.
Wow. Boy, body count was hard too. They said 600 and something.
He's got about. But that body count translates to legit body count. Like he's killing people, potentially killing people. Outrageous.
As I kept looking, I did see that he was with multiple people in the hip hop community and a lot of large figures that we all know.
Yeah, that's Aaliyah. That's Trina.
This was appalling to me.
You seen it with Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
If a girl see that, you know, like, please, you can tell her anything.
That's him and Jimmy.
Him and Jimmy. Girls see all these pictures, and you out and probably you met these girls at the party somewhere, or they was fans and they was at some rinky-dink fucking bar for some artist or whatever else, or some raggedy ass spot, because you know it was, where some low budget artist was performing, and then he the DJ type of shit, and then hey, run his
name's
game.
on the flyer. His name's on the flyer, and he has access to the shitty little back room with the folding table and the peanuts and the nut M&Ms and shit and the Doritos.
And them little girls are so mesmerized by it. Wow, this is sad.
They're probably 14, 15 years old, using a fake ID to get in, 18 to party, 21 to drink, you know, so they're getting in with an little 18 ID, and they think that they're like in some big shit when they're just in some low rent club with some fucking cut rate DJ.
That's almost one of the worst things you could do, you know. Besides, I don't know, it's in that same list, the same line of the M word, you know, the unaliving, the R word, and all of that type of stuff. It's in there. It's on that line. I don't know what's over or under. It's on that line. That's how I feel about it. That's some
all bad. It's all bad. It's crazy.
Jim Jones, Cam. This is the picture they use, and they said Cameron affiliate.
Yeah,
I might look at it to see why he said that. It might be more than that. This is Kaya, my neck, my back. Look at dude from Outkast, Big Boy. This is the Future. This is girls. Oh man,
he's a DJ on the scene, so it ain't no thing to get a picture with the DJ who opened up. You know, like there's no thing.
Pictures ain't nothing. They do that. The celebrities, that's what they do. They like fuck. You know, they don't want to be doing it half the time. He got mad pictures with Trina. It looked like though. Who was Rick Ross when he was fat? Migos when they was, you know, the Seagulls. That's Fabulous Sport. That ain't fat. That was Fabulous Sport. These are all young pictures. Common. Damn, look at I like this. They showing what he used to do what he did, because you know most of these girls, black or white, that come up in the urban society, area or Spanish, they all want to get into the entertainment business. Most of them.
Check it out. He's getting 12 likes, 2 likes, 4 likes, 7 likes.
He's lame.
I'm saying, but to a young girl, to a 16, 17, 15.
Lo and behold, but look at the caption. R. Kelly taught me the game with these.
What'd you say? With the young girls, yeah.
14, 15, 16-year-old girl, this guy's a celebrity and he's doing the thing. And, you know, that's like their little come up or whatever. That's a little story to tell. They're impressed by him and he takes advantage of them. And if they say no, then he flashes heavy money at them, you know, a few $100s to a broke young girl.
Because he wanted so bad. For some reason, he want to give her that disease he got, that child.
Disgusting. I know.
Disgusting. This is hard stuff we dealing with, but we got to do it. I'm sorry. I had to bring some awareness to this fucking fuck boy.
And we know what R. Kelly has done. I am determined to find out who his father is, because
he's an out chasing freak. He look at all these pictures.
Peyton Manning, fucking come on.
He needs to be under the jail. He's supposed to be in fucking Marion Boyd under the jail somewhere.
Fucking celebrity golf outing.
Yeah, this is one of them instances where you want your country to be like some of those other countries that are, somebody like this, he just got to go and that's it. Ain't no spending money on him, all this, all that. Just,
There's no way that this man got so close to all of these large figures. This is insanity.
So, Steve Harvey.
Hillary Clinton.
Wayne, when he was young Wayne. But I see all these big artists, this was early in their careers though. So I see that. He took advantage of that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All the way.
I mean, shit.
Disgusting.
DJ Kidd.
DJ dirty ass kid.
And you said he's out. Is he out or not? Because I want to know this.
Out, but he's getting out soon. If he's not out already, he's getting out somewhat soon. And they said that if he violates, he'll get 10 years and this, that, the third. So we'll see what happens with this scumbag, I guess. Oh, God. Maybe the world gets lucky and he gets hit by a bus.
I don't see how could he be getting out soon? That's crazy to me. It's blowing my mind.
I mean, you heard all the wild charges he had and never did a day in jail. Most of them, he never even got anything. Never got anything. Like, he got completely dismissed on majority of the weird shit he did. And then he only fucking in the 2000s started doing time. And he obviously hasn't been reformed in any way, shape, or form. So,
damn, she's saying he got to reduce. Hold on, let me play this real quick. I'm just trying to because this is something that's sparking me. I'm like, what the, like,
it's wild.
Wow. They said he got a reduced sentence. Hold on.
But this isn't like some original or some like otherworldly shit. Like, all of these kind of characters and just criminals of all types keep getting breaks. You know what I mean? Like, the only ones that they
but we talking about this nigga right now
are celebrities.
Cool.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, this guy's a great example of just what the justice system is like, outside of celebrities, really, because they're the only ones that seem to be going to jail. But just regular everyday dirtbags like this guy doing foul ass shit, they just keep getting let out and getting light sentences.
No puppy dog eyes for the judge. Oh, I'm just a good white guy. No. Hold on, they say he got a reduced sentence
after abusing 700 minors.
Damn, they're all minors?
Actual.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's what it says. A predator gets reduced sentence after abusing 700 minors. What the actual? That's what it says. Her Atlanta Black Star, major South Carolina sex trafficking case that languished in the court system for more than 4 years, came to an anticlimactic conclusion in August 2023 when 46-year-old Jason Roger Pope, white disc jockey,
I just want to hear
received a reduced sentence after pleading guilty to 13 felony charges of having sex with children, including hundreds of underage Black girls. You're not about to do this to me.
About the AIDS thing?
I guess we're going to have to get into it.
No,
what a pig. Look at the picture, the eyes, the disgustingness, because that is what.
See, I'm not here for that. I get it, but I want to just know what time he got and when the fuck he supposed to get out. But oh man, fucking piece of shit. But yeah, man, like awareness, like I said, you see how he used the hip hop game. Hip hop is a powerful thing. It could be used for negative and positive. It's been used for negative. I think it's one of the reasons why my dumb ass went to prison and gotten my little trouble. It helped, looking up to, and thinking that was a normal thing to do, sell some drugs, get out there, because I'm listening to the music, my favorite music by my favorite artist, and that's what they're talking about. But then you also got these dudes like this, man. This is
when young people listen to music that's talking about hustling and robbing and selling drugs and shit, it absolutely influences them, and certain kids will then act on that, and it absolutely influences it. I'll admit that it influenced me for sure. I was doing what I was going to be doing regardless, I think, but it fueled it. And it was like a soundtrack to like what I was getting into, on a different scene, but same shit basically. And it's for sure. Even if it doesn't cause it, it definitely can add to it. It doesn't help the situation. I can say that for sure. It is what it is. It is what it is. I love hip hop though. I love hip hop. I love rap music. It's awesome. I love all types of music. I really do. But hip hop's dope, and like it's something that I could relate to. And I think everybody can kind of relate to it in one way or another. There's something for everybody in hip hop because it's very generalized. There's no category.
Every song ain't about selling drugs. Every song ain't about killing. Every song ain't about
we discussed this recently how there's no categories in rap. It's just hip hop and R&B. That's it, But like, there's very different categories of rap. They're very different rappers and very different styles, and what they talk about is a wide range of things. And it's like gangster rap and hustle music and that shit is a very small piece of a very large, broad range of music, and people don't acknowledge that either. They just think it's all bad, or they used to at least. It's not so much that anymore.
But we gotta keep our eyes open for the evil, disgusting, fucked up people that take advantage of this game that we call hip hop, this lifestyle, this genre.
But this guy
put DJ in front of his name, throw on some shades and a hat on backwards.
But he's been who he's been for the longest. You know what I mean? Like it's not like some new shit. We should be able to have enough faith in our justice system that we don't need to worry about animals like this getting back out. He doesn't deserve to be amongst normal, everyday, citizens. He doesn't deserve to live in polite fucking polite society like the rest of us do. It's crazy. This guy's an animal. Locked away, if not just done away with. We don't need people like this. We don't.
Indeed. Shit, man. Yeah. I mean, we did our thing today, man. That was another great one. What you think?
For sure. I think it's fire. And I love coming out and just talking and just, me and you just out here kicking and just talking about some stuff, and the fact that people are getting back with us and starting to rock with us, because this is our triumphant return. We just got it back. We're just getting it back and rolling.
Yeah, but when we lost it, we wasn't on top either. We was just still striving and things like that.
Look,
you know what I mean? But we switched up the whole thing.
There's peaks and valleys and stuff, but we've been at it for a long time, and we also were dealing with a lot of bullshit in our personal lives, both of us. And then on top of that, they just kept messing with us, man, and like they kept kicking us off, and like that we couldn't get a logical reason as to what it was we were even doing in the first place. That was the problem. There was a lot of stress that they put us through, but we also had a lot of personal stuff going on. But check it out. Yeah. We got a second chance at this. We're very grateful for it. We want to thank the people at Google and YouTube. Obviously, for giving us a chance, and a lot of other creators getting their stuff back. So it's really dope. We got the catalog back. We got the subscribers back. We got to get out to the people, let them know we're back, and we're just going to do what we always did. We're going to keep it real and just talk on the stuff that hopefully not everybody else is talking about. When we're always going to be, we're going to be legit about it. You can count on us to just bring you the real information, and then give you our opinion, but we'll let you know when it's our opinion, and we'll always let you know what's fact. And we're not going to be out here lying to you or clickbaiting you and none of that. We don't do none of that. So we're back, baby. We're back, and it's going to be really good. So I'm excited, and the people are excited. I know you're excited.
Oh,
how do you feel about
this? This is great. Fun. Have fun every time with my boy B Rad. We chop it up. The shit get crazy. We disagree. We agree. He gonna come with a perspective that I ain't going, and then I'm going, oh shit. He gonna open my eyes to some shit. I'm open his eyes to shit, and that's just an honest situation here. But the thing is, you're gonna get the real. You're gonna get real potting over here, and the topics, we're gonna cover the topics, and we're gonna give you what you want every time, and we're gonna let you know about some stuff you might not have known about.
For sure.
Want to go do the research on that after you hear it over here. That's what we do. But
we treat it like a contact sport too. We treat it like a contact sport. We don't pull punches. If something's foul, something's weird, we're going to speak on it, and that's about it. But like, you can always count on us, like Bush said, 100%. We're on the real over here, so that's what we're always going to do. Let us know what you think. Tap in, hit us in the comments. You know what I mean? We get in the chat during the show. We always comment. We'll bring people up, shout you out, of course. And it's a community that you know, we love this. This is what we like to do. This is what we enjoy doing. So we appreciate you coming through, tapping in, and let us know what you think, good or bad. We want to hear about it. So let us know. And salute to all of you. Salute to the real ones who've been rocking and stay with us. Salute to all the new ones coming in. Check us out. We're just getting back, and we think you're gonna like our content that we're coming through to you with. And shout out to all of you, seriously, and happy holidays. Hope it's safe and good, and hope everybody's on the up and up for 2026. It's gonna be a go.
Yeah, Happy New Year's. Giants won. You feel me? Happy New Year's. But yeah, we gonna always do what we do all the time.
100%.
Anyway,
100%.
shit. We out of here. This the channel that could. Bull like the channel that could. Bull Rad. We ain't going nowhere, so you gonna get used to it.
Salute to you, Bush, and all that you've done. Big things, baby. And I appreciate it. And the people appreciate it. So we going for this ride together. It's gonna be good. I appreciate you bringing me through.
For sure. Until next time, we out.